What's going on? This is going to be an end of the guide on Tower of Glorious Crown by whoever. I don't know. I'm not going to try to pronounce that. Yeah, let's just get into it. Turn the music off. Okay. Since this is a terrifying tower, I'm not going to be yapping about every single part. Only the parts that require your brain. So, let's just go. Simple parts so far. Every single black button is a very strict timer, so just make sure to proceed lightly on your feet and fast. Come up here. Don't jump from this black platform. Instead, come up here and then jump to here. Do a little bit of a flick around. Turn around and to here. And then for this spinner, as soon as you get on it, avoid this wall, then go inwards, then just outwards again onto this. Yeah, just angle in about the middle of this. You should be good to just wrap around. Okay, someone just exploded. And just a little bit of a tight flick here. And go over here. Alright, don't underestimate this long jump. It's pretty long. I like to just momentum jump onto here. And then pretty straightforward. Just up here. Now for dance skills like these, I'd recommend going to the very edge. Having a copy and paste because there's quite a bit in this tower. And just turn your camera like a little bit over here so you can get a head start on the wraparound to the ladder. Then we got some simple wraparounds. And another one right after. So angle your camera a little bit. Then just go onto there. And this is a lodge, so just squeeze your head in there. And then wrap around into this part specifically. Go up here. Nothing to worry about with these falling platforms. It's just pretty simple if you know where you're going. Careful because these all fall, so quickly make your way up here. This part, it's not that strict, but still, just quickly make your way. You know, follow my lead around here. Now, if you're going pretty fast, you should have about 5 seconds to spare, so it's not strict at all. Now, this spinner is pretty tricky. It starts easy, but it gets a lot worse. So, just climb onto this little tight rope and do a tight wrap around here. Angle out like straight on the platform sideways, and just slowly turn into it. It's kind of tough. I recommend going from the back just so you can get maximum like turn velocity, whatever. Climb down, angle out again onto here, and then just jump over here. Now you're just gonna turn and jump tightly around because the wall is protecting you. Alright, for this part, easiest way, just go to the edge right here. Just jump and hold W and D because it'll just rocket you over to the back of the platform. Same thing for this one. Tight wrap around up here. Tight wrap around again. Dance clip through it. While moving. Walk around. And now to here. It's outside time. Go on this backwards. And then just stay in place and just literally just press spacebar and then W afterwards. Don't press W too early though, obviously. Only at the peak of your jump. For this, just unequip shuffle lock and then do a little bit of a boost onto here. And then a pretty tight stick out, so be careful with that. Onto this truss here, glide around. This is kind of buggy in practice, so it's going to take you over here normally. Now just fall off onto this part. Angle yourself like this, you don't hit your head. And for these jumps, just angle outwards, like about how I'm doing it, because you should be good. And then obviously turn in. That was embarrassing. Walk onto here, set it up, and then go from like the middle probably onto here, then up here, and then just around onto this truss, and angle probably about like here, and you can use D in space to just push yourself over to here, or you can just angle it on the corner, but it's kind of weird in here because the high FPS fix isn't here, but it's fine. You can just walk on this little railing, so walk on there, and then a spinner. Press the button when you're about here, just to get enough time. Wrap around this kill brick. Don't stand on these. I mean, you'd probably be fine, but then quickly get past this black wall. Now for this, just make sure you're not going to hit the ceiling. And don't go too high because whenever you turn and jump, it's going to raise you up. So just make sure you're low enough, and there you go. Now push this. As soon as you reach the front of the platform, just jump up into it. And we're back inside. So let's wrap around into this. An easy way to do this is just to get on the edge, angle out, and then just shift lock wrap around into that. So you can either do a climb up here or just a little glide by holding D. Make sure you're angled though, so you don't slide off. And then coming up here, tight wrap around. Make sure you get to the very edge, and then just wrap tightly. And then welcome to the second half. So this stuff's pretty easy, but definitely gets more nerve-wracking. So now we just kind of have like a falling platform mania. It's easy because it's like netted, but you should be fine. This one's not though. The only thing you have to worry about is at the last falling platform kind of has a giant block over it, so just follow my movement and you should be good. Like that. Just go over here, set up at the edge of this, jump to that. Now this is gonna spawn some beat block wraparound thing. I don't know. Come up here. Be wary because whenever you jump, sometimes you will just not jump because it's like a beat block. I don't know. Did these sideways, jump to this truss, and then just also again you can just angle here, but I like to do like an upward momentum thing. You know, high FPS is the death of me, but upward momentum thing, or you can just angle and jump. Either one works. Now go to the last conveyor. Don't get too far out because these are really strong conveyors. Go back to the first one and just do a conveyor jump. Now this jump is pretty long, but I think the thrusting stud strategy is the best way to do this. So just angle on the edge of the stud, aim at the corner of the block, and then just jump to it. Or you can just do that in third person because that was pretty sketchy. I'd probably do it in third person so you can actually see where you're going to land. So come down here. I recommend climbing onto this wraparound because it's pretty long, and then longer jump here. Climb down, downward momentum here, or you can just climb down then jump. And then come to the edge of this truss to get the best boost for that jump. And then we got some Kilbrick wraparounds. Make sure to watch our health. For this part, if you have full health, you can just go across onto there, but this part serves as like a little way to make it easier if you don't want to take as much damage. Now, wrap around down here into this little hole. You can just walk across that. And then we got some simple truss gameplay. Should not be hard if you're able to get here. And then just do a little bit of a sideways head editor if you want to. And then for this spinner, you're going to want to jump on it and then jump on it again. Very descriptive, I know, just to get the best, boost to be able to make it here. Now stand at the edge of this. This is not one of those dance clips, so for this one, go straight because you're not turning anywhere. And this spinner is pretty strict on time, so just follow my movement and it should be easy once you have it memorized because it's nothing hard. It's just you got to be pretty quick on your feet. So, and that's it. You're safe up here. Jump on the Kilbrick spinner, ride it around here, and then do a little bit of jump. See, my S key's acting up, so it's hard if that happens. Above 10 sud, don't worry though. You're above like a safety net if you're careful, so you're good. Now, again, same thing as like the outside. Make sure you're not high up enough, but don't get too cocky because the angle can bring you up. Climb onto this, tap probably like twice, then just flick down onto this. Okay, don't do that. Don't overshoot it. It's a very small platform, so just tap W once you get down there, probably a couple times. Then we got some simple jumps. Just make sure to tap S and not go too far. My S key's acting up real bad. I'm gonna have to get a new keyboard because it's bad, man. Alright, for this spinner, all you need to do is just when you get to the edge, it should be at the time where it's coming down, and then wrap around, and then just go back onto the spinner again, and then up here. This jump's sort of long, and this jump's pretty tight. You're going to want to get to the edge. It's also pretty long, so just be careful there. For this jump, I'll line it up backwards and just kind of jump up once because you don't need to go that high and then wrap around here. and go here. And for this, you can either just jump to it normally, or maybe to make the landing easier, you can climb it and just shift straight to it. Or you could do the 13 so strat, but it's a little bit tricky. Just do a little bit of 2 cents climb up. And welcome to another outside. Starts with a long jump, so yeah. This part, yeah, just hold W and D space, obviously. Or, let go of W once you are transitioning between the trusses and just use your camera control. Be mindful of your health, though. That's the entire reason you just have to do that. If you're low, I would just stand on this kill brick here and heal, because these fast spinners deal a lot of damage. But if you're pretty healthy, like here, then you're probably good to go, because you'll make it. Just follow me. Another tight wraparound thing. And then for this button, as soon as you press it, just come back down and under, and you're going to have to do a walk around pretty fast. But after that, it's just walking. And make sure you're in the middle of the truss here. Skip the first conveyor wraparound. And the best way to do these for me is just, as soon as I jump, just do a shift lock like this. As soon as you tap either the wall, shift wraparound like that. And then just wrap around into here, here, and then make sure your bit turn in, because this is a tight jump. Now don't turn too far, because it's on a half sub like that, or you will fall. So just try to be careful like that. That should be good for if you're doing that carefully. And these are some simple falling platforms. As long as you have good camera movement, you'll be fine. Go around here. Jump down into here. So you're going to have to be wary of your health here, because this part's pretty long. So jump around into this little lodge, and you can stay here to heal, but you might as well just go onto this platform to do it. So once you're healed up, come down to these tight ropes, jump to this tightrope, and then down to this one. And welcome to another outside section. This one is a little tricky, so careful of this slanted wraparound. Make sure to turn tightly once you get to the end, and yeah, be careful of this jump, because you could easily get screwed up by slanted physics. Alternatively, you could just jump from there or something. I don't know. It's easy jump, but just so you know. Now for this spinners, all you need to do is just jump here, and then this one will be ready for you. So come up to this one, and then onto that platform. It's pretty simple. And then do some head hitters from there, because if you do it from there, you might fall. It's really high up. So tie wrap around, not really. It's just a big one. For this button, yeah. So you can obviously just reset the X pusher with the button, but if you fully slam this X pusher, you could get flung. So all you need to do is just push the X pusher past this little black wall right here, and then you should be good. Just do a little bit of a wraparound. This part, yeah, manage your health, because this part drains your health, so you gotta be quick. I don't think there's a healing spot. I've tried to look. I don't think there is. There may be. Awkward head editor, just kind of wrap around into this, and then one right here. This jump's pretty tight. And this one especially, you're going to want to stay close to the wall, because this part kind of comes inwards, so don't go too far out. And for this part, just come up here and jump onto this part and then to here. Anyways, wrap around to this. Go here. For this jump, I like to set it up like this. And then don't jump too late, because you could walk off easily. On the thin platforms, do a little bit of a wrap around onto here. Now for these falling platforms, just make sure to turn into this wall, because it's on the wall, not somewhere over here. So this is a pretty long jump. You could either do it normally or the surfing set strat, whichever works for you. This jump's kind of long, though. I'd be careful, because you can easily get cooked. Alright, for this, I'd recommend going into third person, and as soon as you turn this corner, you're going to want to lodge into it. That's the easiest way to do it. And be careful on this jump, because you really have to be careful. You will get obliterated. Definitely one of the harder jumps I've ever done. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to try to do it. But anyways. Alright. Jump off to this dud. And now you're up here. Now just climb around this truss onto this part, if my frickin' FPS will let me, and then to here. All you need to do is hit this and immediately run in between the truss and the part and hold space, and you should be good. Yeah, so if you fall here, you can go back down to the floor and outside, so it's not that big of a deal. This jump, I'd recommend not even trying to climb it like this. I would just go sideways onto it, because it's not high enough to the point where you need to climb it. For this part, This is a timed 10 stud, so just line it up, hit the button, and then just commence the wraparound or whatever. Another time button, just get here, and do a little bit of a squeeze there. Got some timed truss editors. These are not that strict, so you don't need to go that fast. Just keep your form pretty well, and you should be fine there. For this part, don't jump too late because it's on a thin stud, but it's not that long of a jump anyway, so you don't need to worry. Just be careful there. This part is a little strict. Just note that there is no platform after the last wraparound. You're gonna have to jump straight to a truss. So just quickly do these 3 stud stickouts and jump to the truss afterwards. And now this is like the last actual jump. So align a little bit further than the middle of the stud. And then once you're going to do this, turn your camera a bit, do E-dance, and then obviously wiggle back into the middle. And welcome to the finale. So this is the tightest time section in the whole tower, probably. So all you need to do is there's 7 trusses and you have 7 seconds. So each flick needs to be under a second in order to make it. So I'd recommend just getting onto it and then just to get a head start, just jump and then immediately start going. So yeah, each flick needs to be about 1 second or less. As long as like even one of your flicks is less than 1 second, you should literally have just enough time to make it. That's the entire tower. The wind pad is right here, so we don't have to worry. Anyways, that's the tower Glorious Crown beaten. Hopefully this served as a good guide. I don't know. I'm just new to these, so yeah, that's kind of all I have to say. Alright, see you later.
What's going on, guys? It's me. I'm back from the dead. I'm gonna play my first tower made by Delusion. This is the best builder in the game. And I mean, no guys though. Come on, let's go. Let's go, let's get started. Here we go.